This was so interesting. Normally with dance pieces, you get the final performance and like the whole production and not much else. But this time we got to see a little bit more of that. And I really enjoyed watching the dancers rehearsing in the studio. To see them moving without a score really allowed me to focus on their movements and their techniques. And I thought that was really interesting to watch. And I was intrigued, waiting to see where this whole thing was going. When we finally do get that performance at the end, I thought the payoff was great. It was just like a whole other world. I love that final performance. The music was lovely. The choreography was really emotional, and I thought it was really well done.
I really liked the choice to not include a lot of music or sound. A lot of it was diegetic, but oftentimes it was just cut out and replaced with some kind of low hum or something very atmospheric. So the actual dancing really took center stage, literally. I thought they were able to communicate a lot of emotions and character dynamics just with movement, which was very cool because it lacked dialogue, purposefully so. Overall, it was just really neat presentation of what I'm assuming is a dance studio of some kind. All the performers were really fantastic and unique in their own way. They were able to express so beautifully a range of different emotions just in their faces and their movements and their dynamics with each other. It was very unique and very fun.
Well, this is a really beautiful piece, and I got a whole story here just from watching the dance, and it kind of seemed like our lead performer here was trying different pairings in her dance and meeting with conflict, and and then she goes through a moment of contemplation, and then she meets this kind of this wild sprite at the end who kind of pops in looking, seems like he might be a threat at first, but then they have this wild and fun romance together. So yeah, so it was cool. I really enjoyed it, and all the dancers, they were just so wonderful, and everybody was just just so astoundingly talented and just like breathtaking to watch them in their movements. And I really enjoyed the lead performer, and seeing the conflict, seeing what she's going through, and she did a great job. Music was very cool, very well done. Everything was shot beautifully, edited beautifully. The photography looked great. And again, just stunning performances. The makeup was great too. Everything looked really terrific, and I really enjoyed it. So great job with this. I hope it gets out there and gets seen.
I enjoyed the different techniques that were used to capture this story. In the beginning, I almost felt like a voyeur because of the documentary style handheld way that it was filmed, and so it really helped us to feel close to the main character. So as things aren't going so well for her, and then there's that nice transition at the end into the fantasy world with the beautiful choreography between the two dancers. It really was an interesting switch in style, in presentation. Even the colors were more vivid, and the music, that uplifting music that came in, had a really nice impact because it was well set up by the first half of the video. So yeah, good, solid interpretations by everyone in the film, and I thought that it was technically sound and made for a nice short story without words that we could kind of follow, which is always a lot of fun to do.
Talk about an emphasis of movement and conveying, a story through movement, which every quote unquote good dance does, but this piece, it was storytelling that you seldom see outside of like a long form ballet, or like a modern dance collective with some sort of showcase. And I think that's the beauty of it being 10 minutes long. You're able to give off all these stories and create tonal shifts through the fluidity of movement, through through how dancers interact with each other, you know, the pacing of all of it. You got that, and the dancers got that. I can't begin to state how talented these dancers are to be able to do that. Um, but it was really lovely to watch. I think working in such a barren environment with no music really worked in your favor. And it was just overall very artful to watch, and just really really enjoyable to watch. Very, very pleasant. Just a lot of talent. So very good job.
I was intrigued by the film Peekaboo in a lot of ways, and to me, it explored how movement can be used to both work through emotion and also as a form of interaction. I think that I was very aware of the main character's breath at different times, and to me, that can often be a part of choreography. I think that the role that the mirror played was also important in this film. In the first setting, the main character was using the mirror to see what shapes she could make with her body, and almost to look inward through doing that, and also using the mirror to play. And I think that after her accident, the mirror then quite literally took us to a place of play where the sort of full extent of her freedom and her playfulness again, and how much fun she could have using dance as a way of exploring and of interacting, was shown to us.
This one has lovely choreography. They use natural light in most of the settings, and the music is dynamic and perfectly combines with the imagery. I like how they use regular settings like an abandoned building or just the outdoors to have these interactions between the dancers, and that interactions is quite fluid and feels kind of magical, like this is a real couple. I like their chemistry, and of course they are very talented.